Alex from Chevrolet Cadillac, and today we got the Blazer. Let's take a look. This isn't your traditional Blazer. This is the new 24 Blazer EV. We've been waiting a long time for this car. Very excited to get to show you guys this one and go into what makes this vehicle different from the rest of our lineup, as well as what makes this particular one different from the rest of the Blazers. So, further ado, let's get started. So today we have a 24 Blazer RS EV. So this one here, what's different? There are a couple different trim levels you can get when selecting your new Blazer EV. So this one in particular is sort of the middle of the range, but again, you have different ones you can pick, starting from your base LTs, going all the way up to the SS models. Now, I'm not sure on all the figures exactly on them. I'm still learning them as we go, so bear with me with this video as I'm still learning some of the things about this, but let's get started. So I do know for the fact that you're going to have up to 557 horsepower on the SS models, which is a very impressive horsepower figure, but we haven't gotten those yet. Allocation has not been given that. It's gotten those yet. Those are going to be late availability for those units. But we have an RS, very excited to show you. So let's go into this one. Now this one here is going to give you a range of about 515 kilometers. I don't know the exact in miles, but you get 515 kilometers of range. Now the SS model, I believe, is a little bit lower, around 468 due to the extra power. And I believe this one is closer to 400 horsepower, but don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure on the horsepower figure of this particular EV. But this one here, I believe, is a little bit less like that. And you do get some pretty cool touches on this one, even being the lower horsepower version. Still plenty of power for an EV. I've driven this one. It is fantastic. It's got some pretty cool things on it. Now, the LT models, I believe, are starting around the 58,000 mark. This one is around 72, and I don't believe we have pricing for the SS models at this time. But you get some pretty cool things, the options on this one. This one's all-wheel drive. There is a rear-wheel drive option. Something kind of cool with the Blazer lineup is there's actually a few different ways you can have it. I think it's one of the first EVs that you can have in a bunch of different configurations. So again, all-wheel drive. The SSs are rear-wheel drive. And I believe you can even get the LT in front wheel drive. So there's 3 different configurations. I don't believe has been done on one platform before for one single model. So you get a lot of different cool things you can do with that. Now, this one here is some pretty cool design. I love how it has the wraparound LED lights around here. It looks really good. Now, a lot of EVs have gone that way, but this one I think has done a really good job with it, having the Chevrolet badge right in the front there, looking really nice and prominent. And I like how it's blacked out with the rest of this vehicle in this black paint. It looks really nice, and there's no chrome on it, which I personally like because it really makes this vehicle stand out and really give it that sleek, menacing kind of look on here. And I really love how this old design here is really flowy, but really sharp at the same time. It has some nice angles, and I like how they've kind of made it even a little simplistic, but at the same time, they've added on to making it so that you can not have a lot of things that look out of place. Like you might say, well, where's my charging for this vehicle? A lot of people wouldn't notice it right away, but it's right in front of us here the whole time. So where is it? It's right here. You can't see it from there so well, but over here is a little button. You press here on the side. This is gonna roll down here for you. You can see here your charging is now available, and you get a little light around there, which is pretty cool, showing you that, giving you a little bit easier to see. You get for different style of chargers in here, for the superchargers, everything in here really easy and easy to access. Now you might be wondering, well, how do I close this? Do I press this again? No, you press a little button on the side, and this will then close. Yeah, it does take a little bit of time. It is a little slow, but it will do it on its own for you, which is pretty cool, which I really like. And this one here has these beautiful 20-inch wheels on here with this black finish. It really looks good because there's kind of a stealth look, especially in this black paint. You can even see everything's been blacked out on the side here. It just really looks cool. I really like how this vehicle has got that really nice look overall. And it just gives you a really aggressive styling on this. Now let's go take a look at what you get out back. Back of the Blazer EV, you get some pretty cool touches back here. Some of my favorite things in the back of this Blazer here is just the way it overall looks. You got this beautiful sloping roof line comes down. You get these beautiful brake lamps, either LED, very bright, and they just look great in the back of this vehicle. You also get some pretty cool badges. When you go with the EV models, they're starting to do this new cool little thing here, which I like. It has a little blue emblem here, which is for the E instead of having the regular there. So again, when you know it's an EV model, it has that little touch there, so you know, hey, I got an EV. You have the black badge here, as well as you have the all-wheel drive and the RS badge. It looks really great. Now in the back here, you can go into the back very easily, has a power trunk. It has a cool feature on here as well that if you walk up to it with the key, it will automatically open it up for you if you need to get into the trunk, which is pretty cool. You do have a wide storage compartment in here. Now, I know a lot of the EVs these days have a front trunk, or a frunk as some of them call it, but this one does not. It is covered by like a plastic, but from what I'm told, with most people that have EVs with those front trunks, they're not even really using those. So most people are still using the traditional trunk that vehicles we've grown up with and have. So this does have a large storage compartment, with that being said, and the seats do fold 60/40, and you have additional storage down here with your charging cable. As you, well, you can't really see it from here so well, but you do have very large storage in there, and then you can put some items down there, which is really great. And you have lights back there, which can make it a little easier when you're going at night. And you have the button back here, which is really cool. And of course, you have a backup camera. This one has the optional 360-degree, so again, you don't scratch your new Blazer when you're looking at it. And that's a quick tour of the back. Let's move into the inside. So in the back of the Blazer EV here, you get some pretty cool touches. Now, one of my favorite things here is that you have tons of space. I'm 6'1", I got plenty of head space, lots of knee space there. This is where I would normally sit in this vehicle, and I got plenty of room behind me. And then you see I got the beautiful cool vents in here as well, heated seats back here, USB-Cs for convenience, and armrests with cup holders, and you still get the beautiful Alcantara in the back here with the leather mix here. Really nice how they've continued that on in the back here too. You do have some just really nice looking feel materials back here. You even got the nice red stitching on the side. Everything in here feels nice and quality to the touch of this Blazer. Now let's move up to the front. So, welcome to the inside of the Blazer EV here. We get some pretty cool touches in here. Now, some of the keen viewers might have noticed that I didn't press any buttons and the car lit right up. Now, that is because this has some sort of, basically a smart key technology in here. It senses the key. I don't have to press any start on off button. As soon as I exit the vehicle too, it will also turn everything off once the driver door closes. But you can see here you get a whole new interior in comparison to the current Blazer or every other vehicle that we have. This one here, again, you might have noticed in some of the other cars, we're getting these new larger screens, and this car is no different. So I'm going to start with these beautiful screens that are in this car here. So let's start first of all with this one I have right in front of me, which is this gauge cluster in here. I have a beautiful gauge cluster here, all digital display. I have a button on the steering wheel right here, which I can actually change what's displayed. So I can go from different sorts of modes. I can play around with it. I can have the GPS on the screen. I can have anything I pretty much want. I can see things about my radio. It can even do charging on here, see how well the car is charging. And you get a whole bunch of different things on this vehicle for all sorts of different sorts of information you want to display. Now, this one has this beautiful large touch display over here as well, and it's a very big thing on the car. You have a lot of things you can communicate the car with on here. One of my favorite little touches is this volume knob that's right there. Pretty cool how that's built in. You got a little off button on the top here. It's kind of built in, pretty cool. And everything on here is fluid and flows really easily here. You have Google built in onto this system, which is great for those times you want to use your map. You have Google Maps built right in. You don't have to use anything. It's right there. All your Bluetooth connectivity as well. And then you get all your aircon controls here, which I know not everyone loves with the touch, but this one here is always here. So you can go through all your heat and air very easily. Air-conditioned heated seats right there. Just choose them what you want. I'm heated seat on. It's a little cold out today. Pretty cool how I got that on there. And I can go through all the different modes here. I also have some physical buttons here too for it. So if you want them there, you got a few physical buttons. I can have dual zone climate controls right from here, fan speeds. I don't have to use that for everything. I can raise it up or down. And you do have all these cool vents here with these red ridges going on here, which is great. But then you have these beautiful ridges here on this, and you also have these ambient lightings that will show up. And I wish I could show you the ambient lighting on this vehicle, but we don't have it. Obviously, it's not dark enough right now, but it's really cool how that lights up. You also have some USB-Cs here, a large storage compartment there, cup holders, wireless phone charging. You got more storage in there, more USBs, more charge ports. I love how you also have all of this stitching going around here. You'll notice that I mentioned it has the red stitching, but it also has a contrast with blue and it's Alcantara going through it. And you have the Alcantara on the seats. You also have all of this red piping going through here. And then you have the RS badges on here, which ends Alcantara look. And you have, again, all that red stitching in blue going all the way around. Really looks cool on here. I even love how these vent designs look with this beautiful red going all the way back in there. It really looks nice. You also have a camera built into the mirror here, so for all different sorts of different things you want to see, you can go through all the different things here. And if you have people in the back, it makes it really convenient because you don't have to, you can see at the back very easily without having to worry about having people move or anything like that. Everything's there and you can turn it on and off very easily. And one thing I love too is it has the heads-up display right ahead of me here, which you can see there very easily, and it lights up there and shows you some important driver information. One other cool thing on the screen here is you can also turn the backup camera on, and you can have all 360-degree camera information right there and go through it however you want. Now on the steering wheel here, you got some pretty cool things on it. You got some nice red stitching, all the button controls here, heated steering, RS badges right there, and you have this button on the back here that will help you. You do have one pedal driving, but this one has another regen button built into the steering wheel here, which is great. So as you want to use this here, you can use this here to slow down the car instead of using the brake or the one pedal driving. On the door panel here, all your memory seat, window controls, everything built right in. And to the left of the driver here, you do have your auto hold, lane keeping, a few different buttons there, as well as your parking brake, which is nice. And that's a quick tour of the inside of this 2024 Blazer EV RS. I'm Alex from Chevrolet Cadillac, and this was the new 2024 Blazer EV. Let us know what you think about this one. Would you go for this Blazer? Would you get maybe the new Cadillac Lyriq? Or maybe you want one of our gas-powered options as well. We have lots of different things. Make sure to check out some of the videos I have. And if you like what you see here, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe so you can see more videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.